Now this is another one of my longboard models. It's called the CAN, and it stands for Can Catch Any Wave. And I made this, interestingly enough, for a surf shop that is no longer in existence. Sadly, it was the 2 Mile Surf Shop in Bolinas, and it burned down a couple of years ago. My friend Drew was pretty upset, but he's moved to Mexico and doing fine. So this board was, the genesis of this board was that he said, I want you to make a board for the patch, which is a slow, mushy wave, nice wave, great for learning, and it's great to have fun there. So he said, I want people to be able to catch waves really easy, so that's why I developed this board. Now this board is flatter overall. It's got almost the same amount of kick in the nose than my other boards, but it's a little less kick in the tail. So if we turn it over, we'll see that this area especially is quite flat, and then it's just a gradual rocker change in the tail. Accelerates, a bit like my other boards through here, but not as much. So it really paddles well, and a lot of people who struggle with catching waves or trying to be in the right place on the board love this board. It's usually, my customers here in Santa Cruz ride Capitola with it, they ride Small Pleasure Point, they ride Jacks, waves that are probably knee to chest high at the most, but slower and just not tubey type waves. I have ridden this, my personal board, I've ridden this actually in overhead surf, not because I wanted to, but because a big wave came through when I was surfing, and it works great. But I would recommend this for people who are beginners or intermediate surfers, and they mostly aren't going to go out and surf big surf. So as I said before, this one has a slight amount of V rather than a lot of V. You can still see it has V in it, but it doesn't have the double barrel concave. It's just flat through there. So when you turn on an edge, it gets going. It'll give you some speed, but overall it's going to stay in first, second, and third gear. It's not going to be a real fast one. And then it's got just a little bit of that triplane V up here, a little bit of roll, V in the nose. And like I said, people who've gotten this board really turn their wave count up. They're really happy with it. It comes with a little bit bigger fin. It's a Stu Kenson flex fin from Rainbow Fins. So there's a little bit of flex in it. So if you get a bigger wave or a roll wave, you can turn it pretty hard. It's not a log, not a nose rider. It's just an can catch any wave model.